everybody. Welcome back to the Trick Podcast of Joy and GOZO TV. Let me see if this works. It does work. How about that? Well, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this beautiful day. Today is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Woohoo! Fixing my set and talking about how I want to help you build your channel online, especially on Facebook and YouTube, Twitch, and audio podcasts. Those are the 4 platforms that I love to do. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, but as far as content creation and really getting your message out there, building your vocal business, your nonprofit, your whatever it may be, you want to be on the 5, I guess, including Instagram, 5 major platforms. But as far as live streaming and podcasting, you can live stream to Instagram, but it's a little more complicated. Now, of course, you can just use your phone. But if you want to use these overlays and such that I'm using, I have this here scene. Look at this. Have fun. Using a few different tricks up my alley, up my sleeve, however you say that. I also have this one here. Let's see. That one. And I'm also trying to add more lights to my set and just to make, I also got a new camera that I'm going to be using here probably next week. It's set up and everything, but it's not quite in the right place. So I've been listening to a content creator that I really enjoy, David Foster and Luria Petrucci, of 2 separate platforms. They used to be on Live Streaming Pros together, but now they're on 2 separate platforms on, what is it he calls it? Impartial Geek, David Foster. I highly recommend him. A little rough around the edges, but good content. And then Luria on LSP, Live Streaming Pros. But I've been listening to David because he's starting a whole new thing. And so that, I think a lot of us can relate to that. I know I can. And so I really like what he's doing. He's building a platform that has his own branding, kind of like what I'm doing here with the Trick Podcast of Joy and GOZO TV. GOZO for the whole family. GOZO, by the way, means what? Joy, because there's pain in the night. GOZO comes in the morning. By the way, welcome on Twitch. Welcome on Periscope, which is almost gone. Welcome to Facebook and YouTube. Not on Instagram Live right now, but we will be using Restream.io, using OBS. I also recommend Ecamm if you're on Mac, PC, vMix. OBS also works on PC, and it's free, and it's highly effective. I recommend you have at least a 100 up, down, if you can't have a FiOS connection. But anyway, we're not going to talk tech per se today. I do know enough to get me in trouble, but primarily, I want to help you get online, or if you already are online, to build your content, build the quality of what you're doing, to provide what people need, to know where to post it. And then, as I said, what I really want to do is to build a platform for you, is to have a virtual studio here where you can host your show. Whether I am co-hosting with you, which I do for a few clients, whether you want to have your show on your own, but then we use the GOZO platform and branding and tools to raise support using what is it called? Buy Me a Coffee, which is like Patreon, but I think it is simpler. I agree with David Foster that it's not as complicated as Patreon. So I already have my own Buy Me a Coffee, which is, I love the name, of course. You can buy me a taco, buy me a burrito. But the website is called Buy Me a Coffee. Like, that's the actual website. And what you can then do is just point people there, and they can, give you a $5 tip, a $10 tip, just kind of like Patreon. And they do get exclusive content, but there's only one layer, which is what David likes, and I like it as well. So that's that. But as far as building a platform, I'm realizing that I have a lot of things that I enjoy, but what I really love, and I think maybe I'm best at, is live streaming, podcasting. That's what I really love. creating content, obviously. Like my wife calls me a CCM, a content creator machine, content creating machine. How many of you can relate to that? Maybe you're not a content creating machine. You struggle with content. And so that's what I'm here to do, is to help you. And I have clients, as I said, that I'm helping build their websites, their live streaming set, their content. I do that through coaching. I do that, and I like the coaching, but I think what I would like to do more than anything is to build this platform and to do for you what you might not be able to do alone. First, community. Isn't it great to have other people along the journey, and not just you and your clients, or you and your husband, you and your kids, or you and yourself, but to have someone like me, and then me like, and then for me to have someone like you to be able to work together and encourage each other. And I will do all the heavy lifting. I've been live streaming for 10 years, podcasting for 15, blogging for 20, and being in front of people since I was a young man. So I was like 9 years old. So this is what I love to do. And of course, for those of us who love Jesus and who are people of faith, we do it with a strength that comes from God. And so that's beautiful, right? And so I can talk gear, I can talk cameras, but really none of that is the most important thing. Neither are all these things that you see online here on the screen. They're all nice as you take those steps. But what really matters is to be able to create your content consistently, knowing where to put it, knowing how to monetize it, knowing how to help people, knowing how to build community, learning how. And I'm learning with you. I've been doing it for a long time, but in many ways, I'm starting from scratch, you could say, because we've never been here before with this pandemic. And I think this is the best time to be online consistently. So I've been online here at 8 a.m. every day for maybe a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, I don't know if that's the focus. I've been kind of thinking about what exactly should I talk about, and of course, balancing a lot of things, including my quote day job, which I love as a pastor. And so this is relatable, right? We all have to balance a million things all at once. How do you do that? Well, that's what we're learning to do together. But what I can offer you are the tools, the experience, the coaching, the platform, so that you can subscribe, or you can be a member of GOZO TV, of this network, GOZO Network. GOZO means joy. Though there's pain in the night, GOZO comes in the morning. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The GOZO of the Lord. It's not GOZO, GOZO. And you can, as I said, just come on the set here virtually through Zoom, through Messenger, whatever. Through your phone even. You don't have to use Zoom. And you can come on this platform, and I can even set up your show for you. I can do all of these overlays to your look, to your color scheme, to your liking. You can send me all of your pictures, all of the things that you want, and I can create this, and then it can just be you. And you can come on live here, and I don't have to be here. It can just be you talking about fitness, nutrition, music, church, nonprofit, coffee, computers, tech. The only thing that we don't do is politics here. We're not going to talk politics, but faith, of course, and to create a platform for you so you can just come on with your set, with your look, and you can go to this, what they call PIP, picture in picture, so you can show slides maybe in the middle there. You have a welcome screen. You have all those different looks and screens. You can have this here, which is just like a blank, and you want to maybe put pictures of your pet, of your family, of your trips, of your whatever it is. It can be a, what do you call that? A keynote presentation or a slide presentation. You can be talking through slides here. And you can then live stream this right out. You can push it out to, as I said, through Restream, to Facebook, to YouTube, to Twitch. And then you can build community, build your audience, draw people into your own Facebook group. You can even live stream to a Facebook group. That's how awesome is that? So if you already have, let's say 10, 20, 30 people on there, or hundreds, you can then go live using your set, and you can then you can build community there. And then if you want to then take people to your website to contribute or to buy me a coffee, I don't have a graphic for buy me a coffee, but I need to make one, just like all these cool little things that I have here. So you can click on a link or, a description, and then people can go to buy me a coffee, which is like Patreon. So just in case you're not familiar with that, I know I wasn't. And then people can give $5 a month, 10, 20 to support your channel. By the way, if you want to support this channel, go to the link at the bottom of this and just go to buymeacoffee.com/ I think it's David Trigg. And so it really is my passion, and I can be your producer. So I can be the one who, I don't know if you can do it remotely to produce your own show. I think you have to have someone, but I think you can actually, if you are on Restream, which is what I use, you can produce your own show on Restream. So that would be a nice way to do it. And you can click on your end, all of the different transitions and all that stuff. So I'm still adding some lights to the set here so that it all looks good, a little more light maybe on my beautiful dark face. So I have all the gear. I'm just still kind of figuring out the details. I'm transitioning, as I said, as you can see, to a new thing that can help more people, that can really help you to succeed and to, obviously everyone wants to monetize or create a second income stream or have this be your main income stream. But as I've learned from David and from Luria and from many others, it's about building community. It's about, and you already may have, we all had, as I was telling one of my friends, we all had, let's see here, hello, let's type something in the chat here. Here it is. Looks like help, but I meant hello. No, hello. Welcome to the show, as Mr. Gary V would say. So we had a built-in community, right? Your church, your school, your friends, your coffee, your book club, your coffee group. But now, and for the next year, let's be honest here, we're going to have to build community here. And so you have to and here's the good news. Everyone wants the same thing. We all want community. We all want to hang out with people we love. And so you just have to retrain. It's not that hard. Train people to come follow you on wherever you are, your group, your page, your personal profile, if you'd like. I think though it's best to not do it there, but you could. I've done it there. Meaning on Facebook, YouTube. Now with YouTube, as David Foster says, you have to know SEO in key words. You have to get a thumbnail that works, and it's the title of your video, because YouTube is all about searchability. And so you have to, and so for that I use, TubeBuddy. And I can do it for you, or you can just do it on your own. I think it's just $10 a month, and you can then just simply check that out. And then it'll populate, meaning it'll give you all the keywords, so that on YouTube, let's say the name of your YouTube video, or let's say your channel is about gardening, but it's not just any gardening. Let's say you're actually growing tomatoes in your backyard or in your apartment. How about that? That's even more specific. So tomato gardening in one bedroom. That's how specific it would sometimes you have to be. So, well, besides the title and besides the thumbnail and besides having the YouTube face, which you have to do, then you have to have all the right description, words, SEO, meaning the tags. Then you have to follow up in the comments. And as everyone says, you have to then give it a year or two to build that audience. Now, how do you monetize that? I would say don't monetize it by wanting YouTube to pay you. Monetize it by selling a product, by directing people to your Shopify, to your website, WordPress, whatever, to your Buy Me a Coffee, and then people can begin to pay for your services, for your one-on-one coaching, for your maybe, what do they call those? Your fans only? Is that the right word? Yeah, I think it is fans only. Kind of behind a paywall. So you go to your website, and then if you pay, let's say, I don't know, $25 a month, then you get, I don't know, maybe you show people the tomatoes. and maybe you make a salad. So there's something extra for people to incentivize to go and support your channel. So that's what I would say, and give it a year or two to then be able to monetize it. So in the meantime, have a normal job, invest a lot of time into this, be consistent, work with me, work with someone that you trust, build community, don't do it alone. Keep inviting your friends, meaning your online friends, to come join you at wherever you're now streaming. Do a podcast. And here's the thing about this platform, I can do that for you. So you can live stream, but then I will take your audio from that live stream and turn it into a high quality podcast. Now, of course, you want to have a nice microphone. $100, $50. You don't have to buy an expensive mic. You can buy something that you already have. You can use your phone. Anchor.fm lets you podcast from your phone. But see, I wouldn't do that. I would just use one piece of content. In other words, give me 1 hour of your time and we'll give you the world. That really is my plan or my proposition, my recommendation is use 1 hour of content, which is significant. It's a lot of talking, a lot of show, a lot of stuff that you're presenting. And then you can then do the rest. You can then go to Instagram, you can use Hootsuite, you can use Canva, you can use Restream and OBS or vMix, GarageBand, Audacity, whatever, to produce your content. Or you can let me do it, let us do it. My daughter and I, Canela and I, we work together on Trig Media, or GOZO TV, our network. Trig Media is the name of the company. GOZO TV is the network. And of course, you don't have to call it GOZO TV. You call it your own show. Tomatoes with Tom. Or Tomatoes with Tina. How about that? Tina's Tomatoes. And you can then name it what you want, of course, and your channel and your branding, it'll all be yours. We're just doing all the heavy lifting for you. And you can just come on this channel, or if you just want our training, our coaching, learn from what we're doing and hire us as your coach to walk you through it. I have a lot of people that do that. And then you can learn how to do it. You can also just watch a lot of free content on YouTube. But as I said, and this is what David Foster has become to me, I am a member of his club, of his, whatever you call it, his channel, of his Buy Me a Coffee, and I get the exclusive help. And we haven't gotten on a one-on-one call yet. That's, I don't know, $5,000? I don't know. It's costly. So to have a one-on-one coach is the kind of the holy grail, because now you're getting individualized help, which is amazing. But in the meantime, you can, as I said, start with your own gear, your phone. You can be pre-recorded videos if you want to start with just recording a video and editing it if you want. You may already have those tools. I don't edit video, so that's something that takes way too much time. It's not a good use of my time. But live streaming and podcasting, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Hosting your content here, coaching you to how to make overlays, where do you get all this stuff, how to put lights behind you. And you might have a way better looking set than me. Just go on Twitch and just watch those kids, those 15-year-olds, 20-year-old kids. My goodness, they are experts at making it look amazing. And so this is not amazing. This is okay, but I'm working on that and having more stuff, because people these days, and really always, they're looking at every little thing on your set, every little thing. They're analyzing it, and if it's not up to par to what they're used to, meaning high-end stuff, they're going to move on. And so you have to be aware, and it's not a competition. It's not that you're trying to be like somebody else. You just have to know what are the rules of the game. Just like before, when you were in church singing, there were rules of the game. When you were out gigging, if you're a musician, there were rules. If you were a personal trainer and you're the owner or the co-owner or a coach in the gym, there were rules, right? What you wear, how you look, how you talk, everything. And so it's no different online. you have to realize that and stop, as I said, on a video, stop trying to be so different and so special that you think you don't have to play by the rules. I have to play by the rules. Excuse me. Let's see, where's my cough? There it is. That's my cough button. I didn't press it in time, though. The first time. So yeah, that is the fun of this, right? And so you have a chat, and Restream provides that chat for you, whether you are on one platform, two platforms, three platforms, or just one. You don't have to be anywhere. I mean, everywhere. You can just be on Facebook. If Facebook is, and this is a thing that I teach, where are your people? Meaning, where are your potential customers? If they're 40 and over, they're on Facebook. They're not on TikTok. If they are 30 and under, they're not on Facebook. Or 20 and under, they are on TikTok. So you have to know who. I want to reach everyone. Well, then you're going to go crazy trying to be on every platform out there, which you can. I mean, if you have the time and the energy, and if you're at that place, then absolutely. But as I said, you want to be more intentional than that. And as far as streaming to no one or one person, you know what? You have to get used to that for 1 to 2 years, to streaming to no one. That is how it works. And it's not that you're terrible. I mean, it could be. I've done a lot of terrible content and videos, but it's about you being consistent and knowing that this takes time, and that all these overlays and all the fun things, and here we go, let's see. Even just clapping tracks, and I have all these other sound effects. All of that, you know, this little apparatus that I have here to control and trigger these sounds, all of that takes time to build. And what I want to do, if you become a member, is to help you do the same and better and more, to build your own channel. And as I said, you might already have an amazing set, but you don't know what to say. You might know what to say, but you don't know how to get online. You know how to get online. You know, there's a lot of questions that people have. All the things that I've had, questions that I've had. I'm still trying to figure out which is which here. On my, I don't have I have this thing that's called X keys, which is really awesome. So that's how this works. So yeah, if you want to work with me, then go to my page, davidtrigg.com/, no, it's different now. It's called buymeacoffee.com/davidtrigg, buymeacoffee.com. Let me put it in the chat so that you can see that on the screen. David Trigg, let's see here. So you can just go there and let's work together. davidtrigg.com, no. Buy me a coffee. I'm so used to David Trigg. Buy me a coffee. Don't you love that name? Buymeacoffee.com/David Trigg. So there it is on the chat. You can just go to that site and we can work together. And you can tell me what you want, or you can just leave me a comment here. What do you want your channel to be about? What do you want to stream about? This is not just now. It's not even the future. This is. How about that? This is. And when things reopen and all that stuff, things will be slow to open. This will be another year, right? We can all tell. And so it's important, if you want to help people, be in front of people, helping them succeed in some ways, giving them your tips to how to homeschool, to how to exercise, whatever your content is. You need to learn from the best. I'm learning from the best. I have coaches, and I want to be your coach. Just go to that website, to that link, and we can start today, okay? And I also have a course that I'm developing so that you can just watch the course on how to do all this. And of course, as I said, one-on-one coaching is the ultimate. So all that is available at buymeacoffee.com/David Trigg, and you can then see how we can work together. And if you have questions, of course, you can just leave them here. That's why I'm here, is to answer questions, to provide content and value to help you so that you can learn how to kind of move on from waiting for the world to end or waiting for things to go back and moving into this new reality. And the good news is that there are plenty of tools out there that are being used and are very effective. And you and I and all of us, we just have to keep experimenting and not get stuck with what we knew or what we miss or what should be or all of those things, which really I think sometimes just they're not very useful. They kind of get in the way, if anything, of the things that we really want to do. And yeah, sometimes it is hard. I mean, absolutely, it's hard for everyone. And so, but let me show you my little bunny here. Let's see. if Rosie can do it, right, so can you. So thank you again, everybody. Please join me every morning. I will try to be here at 8 a.m. every morning. We'll see how that goes. I'm trying to work out and to eat less at night. And so I did pretty good last night. I ate some apples and oranges, literally. And then, but I haven't worked out this morning. So maybe later on I will box for 30 minutes, or how about 10 minutes? Because boxing, my goodness. Okay, well, thank you again, my dear friends. I'm thankful for you. Leave me a comment below. Let's work together. Let's build your channel. And most of all, let's start helping people, because people need that. Okay, thank you again. I'll see you next time. Adios. Where is that? There it is.